Okay, so let's have an uncomfortable talk here really quickly. We've talked about many, many, many things before on this show, and there's one thing we've talked about many times before, and that's that there is a small and getting smaller, a small cabal of red state GOP senators that are preventing so many amazing things. The second we start slamming the door shut on communism, a red state GOP senator will stick his foot in that door so we can't ever quite get there. And so our challenge, your challenge and my challenge, and it is going to be a mountain to climb, is going to be getting these guys out. Finally getting these guys out of office. And let's be honest, it's very, very, very difficult to primary and defeat an established GOP senator. When it comes to these guys, they're going to raise so much money. They're all of the swamp, so they're going to have 100% name ID in whatever state they're in. They're going to raise a gargantuan amount of money, and it's just going to be difficult. They're going to have a huge amount of control, by the way, over the GOP in that state. The state GOP, they're just going to, they have so many inroads. It's hard. It's really, really hard to get rid of one of these guys. And we'll do it, don't get me wrong, but it's going to take us years. It won't be next election cycle. Years as we slowly but surely work and raise money and work and raise money and find good candidates and come close and lose. It's going to take years. Which brings us to Donald Trump. And I understand that we always have to take the good with the bad, and that Donald Trump is doing really an outstanding job in his second term as president. We have to be fair about that, doing an outstanding job. But like all human beings, he is imperfect. But imperfect actually doesn't describe how unbelievably bad he is at endorsing within the party. Lindsey Graham. This, in case you forgot who Lindsey Graham is, this Lindsey Graham.
So this bill would allow judges to take guns away from a guy like this before it's too late.
My bill with Blumenthal, the grant program for red flag laws, I think we've got in a really good spot with the White House, but that's just part of the package.
If the committee decided to, say, increase by $100 million your budget, could you spend it wisely?
I can assure you that any money that this committee thinks sees fit, I promise it'll be good to good use.
I believe you.
Pardoning the people who went into the Capitol and beat up a police officer violently, I think was a mistake, because it seems to suggest that's an okay thing to do. This idea, give up on Ukraine makes the world safer. If you pull the plug on Ukraine because you don't have enough capability, there goes Taiwan.
You and your people, you're the ally I've been hoping for all my life. Not one American has died defending Ukraine. You've taken our weapons and you've kicked their ass, and I'm very proud to have you as our ally.
Lindsey Graham has been there sticking his foot in that door for a very long time. Donald Trump just came out and announced his first in-person fundraiser in 2026. Who's it for? Lindsey Graham. And this is the frustration. The swamp, the deep state, they kneecap Donald Trump every chance they get. Every time they get a moment to kneecap Donald Trump, they do so. When Lindsey Graham was there on camera getting to second base with Christopher Wray, that was while Christopher Wray was working to undermine Donald Trump, the right, every chance he got. The deep state is after Donald Trump, and Donald Trump knows this. And Donald Trump is frustrated with this. He yells about it all the time, but then turns around and endorses it. Endorses the people who fill it, endorses the people who protect it. My frustration is the mountain we have to climb. Whether Trump's involved or not, it is a very, very hard thing to primary a senator. So that mountain we have to climb is already brutal. It's cold, it's high. Donald Trump makes it 10 times higher when he continues to endorse the people he should be opposing. It makes your life harder. It makes my life harder. We have red state senators we can remove. We can get rid of John Cornyn. We can get rid of Lindsey Graham. We can get rid of James Langford. We can get rid of these red state, John Thune. These red state GOP senators can be removed if he at least just gets out of the way. But please, stop working against us. Stop working against yourself. When Donald Trump endorses Lindsey Graham, he works against himself. And that's a fact. All right? I would thank you for coming to my YouTube channel, but I know how brilliant it is, and I know you love it here. So subscribe and watch. We're going to start really ramping things up and putting some funny stuff, some interesting stuff out there, some collaborations. Either way, my YouTube channel is officially the place to be. So stick around.